All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Shelley Dressel, and tonight we're doing the Goddess Light channeled meditation. This is a teleconference I do on the first and third Mondays of the month. So, it's always on Monday, and it's only twice a month, the first and third Mondays, because there's always a first and there's always a third Monday. So welcome. I'm glad to have you here. In this one, for those of you that are watching me on YouTube or Rumble. Thank you very much for watching through the video. I appreciate it. But in the comments, I wrote the telephone number down and the extension. If you want to ask a question, when we get to the question and answer, you will have to go into the room. You dial that number, put in the code for this room that we're in, and then you press *6 on your phone, and that'll put you in the queue. I may have to do it at some point. I may decide to do it, but it's just hard for me to read because it pulls me out of channel. Then just listening, I can stay in channel. So that's why I do it that way. But anyway, I'm glad to have everybody here. So this week I'm changing it up. I'm doing the Universal Light Beings tomorrow night, Tuesday night, and I'll try to get that email out first thing in the morning. Because I have something else I'm doing on Wednesday night. So I decided to just pull it a day early. And so that's going to be tomorrow night. Like for people that wanted to send in a question through email, you could send in one question and then I'd channel an answer back to you. That's been going great. I did, I think, a total of 35, 36. And took way longer than I anticipated, but it was great. It was very interesting to tap into so many different things. So I said I would do it for the month of April. So you still have another week if that's something that you've been thinking about. You can get the information on my website, goddesslight.net. There's a blog on the far left in the middle section of the page there, and that has a little form you can fill out and send in to me. Okay, what else did I want to say? For those of you that might be interested, I do private sessions, but you can also get that information on my website and just see like half hour or an hour session. Now, if you don't know what it's going to be like, just go ahead and sign up maybe for the half hour. And then if we go over by 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is, then you only would pay for the amount of time over as opposed to paying for an hour and then you don't really need an hour. So just food for thought. All right. Well, I think I'm just going to jump right in here. And again, I thank you all for being here, for being part of this. This month of April is 22 years that I've been doing the teleconference. And I wouldn't do it if we didn't have a group of us that are working in this together, if the energy wasn't so, cohesive. And it's just a wonderful way for people to be together and for us all to work together as a community as we move through this ascension process. So this is about our personal ascension. It's about supporting the planet. And the goddess, when she set this up all those 22 years ago, she set it up specifically with the intention that she would take us on a journey so that each person could experience for themselves their own reality and their own things, and they could do their own healing. So that's one of the things I like about this. Now, if you do like the Universal Light Beings, that's more just, giving you information about things that are happening. So two different perspectives, but thank you. Thank you for being here and welcome. Oops, got to go to this one.
All participants are muted. The recording has started.
As we gather together this evening, I invite you to focus on your breathing. You take a deep breath in, breathing in through your nose. You feel that breath of energy as it goes down through your lungs, it goes into your heart center. And then as you breathe out, you let go of any tension or stress. You let go of anything that may be hanging over you. And as you're doing so, you just begin to feel all of your energy coming within you. And all of it just helps to kind of calm you down or bring your focus back within you. Take in another breath. This time, breathe even deeper within you, as if every breath that you take in, you are breathing all the way down into the cells within your body, as if you are breathing light into your lungs, that goes into your heart center, and then it circulates through your body. Your focus and your intention can be very powerful. And this is one of the means in which you can bring your energy back into center, that you can become very focused, and that this all will help you as you move through this experience. Take one last breath in, where you're feeling that breath of energy, you're feeling that breath of light as it goes deep, deep, deep within you. There are certain cells that are your signature cells. These are the core cells within you. And as you're breathing in, you're connecting to those cells, and then that's generating the light as it moves throughout your body. You just breathe in and out gently and easily. This is your time. Namasika Venia Benya. Namasika Venia Benya. I greet you, beloved family. I reach out from my heart to yours. I reach out to embrace you in this now moment. We've spoken many, many times over the years about the Namasika room, or what Namasika is all about. I brought that phrase into Shelley in probably around 2005. It wasn't immediately when they got together, but it was shortly thereafter. Maybe it was '04. The intention is that there are languages, some call them light languages, some call them the language of creation. This is what Shelley used. She had certain phrases that she would use consistently. Ansaluia is one phrase. But Namasika, I am the one. Venia Benya, I am the whole, is our means of coming together as a group. You begin by first and foremost anchoring within yourself, as you do when you're taking those breaths in at the very beginning. And then as you reach out, expanding your consciousness, you tap into the other people that are also on this journey with you. So just consistently breathe in and out, and have that intention that you are connecting to that vibration or that frequency that is associated with Namasika Venia Benya. This is a space that is actually filled with energy. This space is created by all of you. Every time you come on this journey, you're moving through that space of the Namasika. There's a link into the all that is. There is a link that you create that goes from your higher self within that space. It is a place where you can get together with one another so that you can be in that vibration and frequency of other people of a like vibration. So as I say that, create a ball of energy that you start within your heart center. You feel as it moves around your heart. You then take a piece of that, you send it like it's a beam of light that's moving down through your solar plexus. It goes down through your sacral center, your root center, and into the earth. Feel your connection to Gaia. Sometimes it's as if it's very superficial, and other times it's as if you're literally tapping into the consciousness of the earth. You let all of that flow back up through that stream of energy. It then moves up through your throat, through the energy body in your throat, your third eye, your head center, your crystalline energy body, and it moves upward until you align within your higher self. Here within your higher self, you can feel that alignment that is the link to your soul and the link to your everyday life. From here, ask to see where's the Namasika room and see if you have a thread or if there's a part of your higher self that moves into the Namasika room. Interesting thing, my perception as I say this is the Namasika room is a higher vibration than most people's higher self, because in your everyday reality, you want to receive that intuition and that information from your higher self very easily within your everyday life. The Namasika room is about creating at a different level that is going to be more in alignment with the consciousness of the planet. So just perceive that difference, but be very clear that you are here with your higher self. You then let a thread of that energy continue upward. It moves until it aligns with your divinity. As that thread of energy merges into your soul essence, feel how you can expand into something that is just a beautiful energy. It's of a higher frequency. It is filled with the essence of you as your God source, you as the soul that is out within the universe and on this earth. Be present in this now moment. I, the goddess, walk in and amongst each one of you. As my energies come within this space, I merge with you as your soul essence, as the consciousness of you as the human, and everything merges so that we move into the all that is. Look around at where you are. Most of you that have come to this space on a consistent basis, you have created your own space. It is filled with your experiences. It is filled with the essence of your soul. It is filled with the consciousness of you the person in this life. The earth stands at this place where it is somewhat teeter-tottering in terms of consciousness. I am 100% in the reality that the fifth dimensional and the higher vibrational frequency is the core essence of this planet. When I look at your planet, the third dimension has folded in on itself and is inactive at this time. Some of the things of that third dimension have shifted into the lower energies of the fourth, but there's kind of a movement when you get to the mid and high fourth dimension into the fifth. I say these somewhat as numbers, but I say this because no matter what people may say, no matter what people's belief system is, this is a truth, or this is the truth. People's perceptions may be only seeing a portion of it, and therefore their reality is that this is not happening. Which leads to my discussion for this evening. Right now, and for the last 5 to 6 months, there have been many things put out into the ethers, or that you could read on your social media, or that you could see in the papers, in many different places, that bring up fear in people. And for many of you, when this fear comes up, it's an opportunity for you to clear out whatever remains that has as yet to be resolved. Sometimes people get hooked in because, be it in your unconscious or your conscious, you have fear within you and it pulls you down. So let's take a look at that. As if you see spreading out in front of you, ask to understand what is hidden from you that may be pulling you down. As we said that, I could immediately see a number of different responses. Some of you do feel that you have fear in your life. Some of you feel frustration regarding manifesting something new and different. Others of you are just tired. In fact, there's quite a few of you that are just tired. And so when we ask what is pulling you down, it's just that tiredness. And your response may be something totally different. But what I'm asking you to do is, here within the space of the all that is, let this be your true and authentic response. Ask to know, first of all, what are you fully aware is pulling you down? As you consider what that is, you may see it playing out in front of you. You may have a feeling. You may hear words or phrases. But understand that there's a reason why you are having this experience. So when you consider what is pulling you down, why is it a part of your life? Ask to know whether it's something unconscious or conscious that you need to know so that you can let it go. And then, considering whatever it is that was right there in front of you, let all of that energy come up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Let it go. I could see that many of you did let this go. And for many of you, it was something that you've previously worked on and just it came up for whatever reason and it was time to release it again. But I could see for others, you're holding on to something that is pulling you down. Ask yourself the question, why? Why do you keep holding on to something that is either holding you back, pulling you down, making you angry, afraid, whatever it may be? Open to understand why this is serving you. That may be something different to consider. That if you are processing something, or maybe healing, or maybe learning about something, you're doing so through pain, sorrow, frustration, anger, as opposed to something that is uplifting. So you're looking around, you're considering what this is, open to receive the message. And once you have that understanding, you can let it go. Okay? I just heard that there is a broad belief or broad spectrum belief. There's a belief that moves through so many people in society that if it's not hard, if it's not painful, if it's not a challenge to you, then it's not worth it. So let's let go that belief that something has to be hard or painful or hurtful in order to heal. Whew! Let that go. And as you do so, let go that belief that you have to grow through negativity or pain or sorrow. There you go. Whew! Clear that out once again. Let's shift the energies here. And as if you are standing here, as if you have just arrived, ask, what is it that would help you in your life that you are unaware of? That was fascinating, the answers that I heard. Some were, I didn't think I could ask for help. I thought I had to do it all on my own. Another one response I heard was, yes, I can finally let that go. Another response I heard was that this relationship truly no longer serves me and I have got to move on. That there were, of course, many, many other, but those three just popped right out. So everybody has in their unconsciousness little programs or little thoughts or feelings, and they might just keep picking and picking at you. But now's the time to just fill them with light, just fill them with energy, and help them to know You don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to nitpick. You don't have to be in pain or sorrow. Instead, you can turn around and see the value that is within you. So consider that. If you were looking in a mirror, or if you were looking at a picture of yourself, what would you say to that person? Boy, I had everything from I've got nothing to say to negative things to I love and accept you as you are. I think that is a reflection of society at this time. Is this wide variety of responses that people are feeling and experiencing. So look at that image of you once more. And as you do so, this time rather than looking at the image, reverse the energy and feel what you as your soul is sending into you in this consciousness. I feel love. I feel pride, I guess is one word. I feel support. I feel joy. I even feel some of you saying, whew, it's been tough, but we made it. Okay. And then on the heels of that, I could still feel people saying, when are we ever going to get there? So no matter where you are in your journey, as you are connecting with this image that is you, which is more than a picture, it is you as your soul. Look at that and feel the strength, the value, the love, and then receive everything that your soul has to give to you. There we go. So often people appreciate looking at others or taking care of others or considering what other people need. And then when they reverse that and others are coming to them, it's suddenly awkward and makes them anxious. So be in that moment. Be in that moment where you can transcend what feels awkward or anxious and truly, truly open up and feel that wave upon wave of energy that is directed straight for you. As I look around, I see all of those different things. Many of them are smoothing out. I see some of you becoming larger in your energy because you're filling up. I see some of you becoming infused with the beautiful colors of the universe. Let this be your moment. as you are feeling this new strength, let's once again connect with what society is putting out to a certain degree. There are those that are living in fear. There are those that are living in lack. There are those that are caught up in the negativity. And as I speak these words, what is your reaction this time around? I can still feel how some of you are getting pulled down, but it doesn't seem as far, nor does it seem as many of you. So if you feel yourself being pulled down, then taking a deep breath, and as if you see that image of you as your soul, breathe in that unconditional love. Let it fill you up until you are literally growing into the higher frequency. There we go. Now I can feel the change taking place within you. Of course, you may still have lack. You may still be seeking change in your life, but it's not the overwhelming energy. Now you can look at changes you want to make from a place of fullness and richness. You can now manifest that income, job, relationship, whatever it may be, from that space of acceptance and awareness. You have to be in that higher light vibration in order to manifest it, or it is right there beside you and it's not in your consciousness. Whew. I just sent a wave of energy moving through the all that is, just clearing out and shifting everything that you've been looking on or working on. Look around again. Specifically ask, is there anything in my unconsciousness that is keeping me from manifesting what I seek to have? And if so, then ask it to come forward. Even if you are not fully aware of what it may be, tap into what may be in your unconsciousness. Whew. Clear it out. You can feel it as it changes. So in the days and weeks to come, as the world continues this transition and as people continue to learn how to move away from lack and into abundance, put forth the intention that you are there. You are there in abundance. You are there in love. You are there in light. You are there in all that you do. I could feel another wave just move through each one of you. I invite you to gather together as a group. It may be that you just rotate and instead of looking at your space, You look behind you and it's as if everyone is in a circle. Each one of you shining forth, illuminating what may have been hidden from you in the past. And as you connect with one another, you see coming up in the center this hologram of the earth. You infuse into the hologram any transitions that you went through. You infuse that intention that you feel, the clarity, that openness, that awareness. And as everyone is doing so, that hologram takes on energy. You can see it moving, you can see it expanding. There's almost a pulsation that goes to it. There's an aspect that goes out, it moves through the energy of the all that is and into the universe. And the remainder goes down. It goes down through that column of light. It goes down through the collective consciousness. And it anchors within the center of the earth. As this hologram anchors within the earth, it reverses and begins to send out that light energy. It's sending out to everyone to illuminate what might be hidden. It's sending out to everyone to raise their vibration and frequency so as not to get caught up in the anxiety and fear. And this is all coming up through the ground, through the water, into the trees. And each one of you, through that place in which you were anchored, it comes back up, anchoring within you. You go back to the all that is, and you allow your consciousness to flow back down. It comes through your higher self. It comes down through your head center, and it too anchors within you. Take a moment as you integrate everything and feel how your vibration rises. I'm just sitting for a moment, and it's as if I can feel the rhythm of the heartbeat. Whew. If you would like to ask a question, I invite you to come back within the room. You would need to go into the telephone conference room and then press *6.
Q&A session has started.
And we will answer as many as we can.
Good evening, Goddess. Thank you so much. I feel so light and peaceful.
Fantastic.
I just, my question is about how I'm doing and a sense of where I might be going. I'm finishing up some things in southern Utah again. I'm going to bring some things back to a storage in Colorado, and I thought I would go up to northern Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, and explore all along that area, which I never did last year. Does that feel like it's still in my energy field or something else?
Well, you know what's interesting? Because before you mentioned going up to Coeur d'Alene, when you said, what is next for me? We immediately saw Glacier National Park and Kalispell and, and all of those. Aren't they on like a line with one another with Coeur d'Alene?
Yes, and I've never been there.
Exactly.
I was
So our point
I was
is,
going to go last year.
yeah,
Yeah.
so our point is
Okay.
you were feeling Coeur d'Alene, we're feeling Montana. So we feel as if there's something about getting away from the bigger cities, being out in nature. The lakes up there are so crystal clear and they're so deep. There are some ancient energies that are awakening with this shift in vibration. And so we think anywhere you go along that, for some reason, we're not really feeling Washington. We're not really feeling North and South Dakota. It feels like it's all just Montana and Idaho, but not the southern part, the northern part. And just wherever your heart takes you, we think it's gonna be good. Now, have you started writing? We had a sense of you writing that maybe you've done that in the past, or maybe you've thought about doing it, but it's almost like we see you documenting my journey and just writing your thoughts about the journey. And the physical journey that you take this year is similar to the journey that you've been on spiritually, as so much of the world is opening up. And just with this journey tonight, tapping into those unconscious fears that people get hooked into. So it just feels as if that you're going to be writing, you're going to be traveling, you're going to be going to places, you're going to be talking to people, you're going to be connecting and feeling the energy of the water. We just keep hearing water, water, water. So wherever there's some big lakes up there, they're just very important lakes with deep energies.
Yes, I never got to Kalispell. I was going to go there before my injury.
Okay.
That's where I was headed up to. So
only a few years delayed, right?
Is there anything holding me back?
No, you look really clear to us.
Oh, good. Yeah, tonight was really helpful. Thank you, Goddess.
Excellent.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
Love you.
Hi, Goddess.
Hello.
This is Kathy. Wonderful session tonight. And I did see some things, but I just wondered when we were looking at what was holding us back, I wonder if you saw anything. That was a little bit blank for me, other than I heard the word patience. But I just wondered if what you saw.
So when we're looking at you, and when we asked to see what did you see, and in particular that had to do with patience, since that's the word that you got, we have a sense that for so much of your life, it was like you were living parallel lives, you could say. It's like you've always been very, very spiritual, and you've had this deep connection to your soul and to, the universe and higher vibrational beings. But so many of the people that you're around just are not into any of that. So it's like the person that you are with everybody that's around you, and the person of your heart. And so what we saw that you were clearing up was anything that was keeping those two aspects separated from one another. And as they blended together, like this is what we saw. And we remember, wasn't there something a while back about feeling an energy attachment that was so hard to get rid of? And we don't see that at all anymore. Are you still having that, or was that years ago? We can't remember.
Yeah, I'm still having it. It's minuscule compared to what it was.
Okay. So yeah. Our perspective is that it's gone. So maybe that's part of what this blending is that we saw, that with this final blending, it's going to raise your vibration enough that even that minuscule aspect will be completely gone and will no longer have any impact upon you. You won't even know that it won't be there. So you won't think that it's there.
Right. Wow. That's great.
And we also feel that we know that there's a lot of changes that are coming about in the world. And as you are blending and integrating these aspects of you, we feel you speaking out more, like about your spirituality. We see you being confident about just like, this is what I think is going on, or this is what I think is happening. And even if other people say, really, that doesn't make sense. And you're like, yeah, I know, but this is what I think is happening. And you don't feel like you have to defend yourself. You don't get defensive. You don't get hooked in. Instead, it's more like, oh, I'm just making a statement. And you can just let it go at that. And by doing it like that, it
Yeah.
feels like drip, 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 drip. The energy comes from you and it helps the people around you. And so that patience that you were hearing is you have had a huge amount of patience, and it's getting to the end that you need to be patient because it's all coming together.
Oh, how wonderful. Yeah, I still want to quit work, and um, it's not happening with what my finances, the state of my finances are right now. So hopefully things will change with that.
Yeah,
And
it
one
does.
other little quick, go ahead.
Yeah, we do see you retiring. We do see you not working. So, yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, that's part of those two aspects that we saw coming together and fully blending.
Yeah, because I do want to work. I do want to do more work with somehow spiritual exposure for other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And one other little quick question. Uh, the soul plane, we're usually go up to the soul plane and then we go to the all that is. Is the all that is in a higher place than the soul plane, higher frequency, dimension than the soul plane?
So the soul plane and the all that is are very comparable to one another in terms of like a level of vibration. The all that is basically a place that's been created for. I mean, it was created by all of humanity, not just this group of channeling. The all that is sometimes where people go when they transition. The all that is just a massive level of consciousness. So for some people, their soul alignment is a very, very, very high frequency. And so therefore it's like it always feels lateral. And so then you're coming into the all that is at a very high level frequency. But for example, when people are learning through their lives and their experiences, the all that is, especially in the place in which we tap into it, is a place of like learning through creation and learning through understanding what might be negative can be positive also, and how to look at that and how to transition it, as opposed to just getting sunk into the fear, the anxiety. Because as soon as you do that, then whoop, everything's dropping way down. And actually, in my perception, then it's falling out of the all that is. So the all that is a massive level of consciousness, but the soul plane is distinctly different than the all that is, because the soul plane, the all that is, like, we don't really see it out within the universe. It's connected only into the earth plane, whereas your soul can be connected out into the universe.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Yeah, thanks for asking that question, because that definition just kind of shifted things. I mean, to make it clear.
Yeah, because I always wonder, because the goddess comes and joins with us and then goes to the all that is. And I thought, well, maybe it's just in a higher place than the soul plane than we can get to on our own.
Yeah, I think anybody can go to the all that is. I think it's there for all of humanity. But it's just, with I, the goddess, once we merge together, it's, instead of staying in your space with your soul, it goes into the all that is, which is the community energy.
Right. Oh, that makes sense. Wow. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome, beloved.
Q&A session is over. All participants are muted.
As you are moving through the days, the weeks, the months to come, remember that this is a transition, and a transition is going from one point to another. The end result is the high light vibrational frequency is here, is activated, and is going to influence everything that's happening on the earth plane. So reach towards that. Be aware if you're getting dragged into anything that's pulling you down, so that you can consciously let it go and reach towards the light vibration frequency. Beloved, know that I'm ever within you on Saluia.